Today for dinner is spaghetti and meatballs. This has been Antoine's request for like the past 2 weeks. But like every 2 days I've had to go out of town. Starting with about like 4.5 pounds of tomatoes. All right, now we're gonna score the top of our tomatoes. Okay, I have them all scored. So we're gonna blanch the tomatoes for about a minute. Then after a minute, we're gonna immediately put it into the ice bath. Now we're gonna take the skin off the tomatoes and core them too. Then you're gonna give the tomatoes a little chop. Put them in a bowl. Make sure you get all this juice on the board too. Got all our tomatoes. 1 shallot, you're gonna mince it up. Now we're gonna mince up some garlic, however much you want. So half of the garlic's gonna go in the sauce, half's gonna go in the meatballs. Garlic, and then some fresh thyme. She's a little sad right now because I've been out of town and I forgot to tell Antoine to water plants. About this much time. And then some fresh basil. Again, she's looking a little sad, but I've fixed her before, so about this much basil. Some thyme, and then chop up some basil. 1 sweet onion, just quarter it. So now in a pot, add about like 4 tablespoons of butter. That's probably more than 4, it's okay. A few drizzles of olive oil, and a few drizzles of balsamic vinegar. Now your tomatoes, shallot and garlic, basil and thyme, and our sweet onions. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. We'll add more at the end. Mix it up. And now we're gonna get this up to a boil. Once it's at a boil, we're gonna bring it down to a simmer. Let it simmer for about 2 hours. And you're gonna stir every now and then. Now we're gonna make the pasta. 2 cups of 00 flour. Form a well. 3 eggs. Pinch of salt. Drizzle of olive oil. Whisk. And then just start incorporating the flour and the egg mixture. It just gets messy. You're just gonna keep pushing it together and form it into a dough. Once you got it semi-formed, you're gonna knead it for about 10 minutes. This is what it looks like after 5 minutes. After 10 minutes. Aww. What I was saying, you know it's done when you lightly press it and it bounces back to you. We're gonna wrap it up and let it rest for 30 minutes. The dough is rested, so now it's time to make our pasta. Cut it into 4s. I'm using the KitchenAid pasta attachment. You can roll it out and cut it yourself. This is just so much easier. I put flour on it and kind of smashed it down into a little disc. And I'm having it go through each number on the dial twice. This is what it looks like when it's all done. The pasta be like see-through pretty much. And now we're gonna make spaghetti. And now we have spaghetti. Now we're gonna make the meatballs. 1 pound of ground beef. Usually I make my own ground beef. But my meat grinder's packed because I'm moving soon. So some fresh thyme, some chopped up basil, minced garlic, some dried oregano, salt, pepper, garlic powder. I know I use fresh garlic, I just want more garlic. Onion powder, 1/4 cup of Italian breadcrumbs, and 1 egg. I would use 2, but I'm all out of eggs. Now I'll just mix it. Oh, I forgot the Parmesan cheese. However much Parmesan cheese you want. Oh, and yes, I did wash my hands after touching the beef. Now mix it. Now I'm gonna form the meatball. This is your preference too. I hate big meatballs. I think this is a good size because they also shrink a little bit. I'm gonna put them in the oven at 355 for about 30 minutes or until they're cooked all the way through. Okay, so it's been like 2.5 hours. My sauce is really watery, so I have to like really reduce it down. This is what it looks like right now. So now I'm just gonna remove the chunks of onion. I'm gonna take a potato masher, mash all the big chunks. Here's my homemade pasta that I made. I forgot to hit record when I was boiling them, but it's just boiling pasta. I like to put my pasta in the sauce. Now I'm plating. Meatballs, more sauce on top, lots of cheese, fresh basil. Okay, the spaghetti's all done.
I've been wanting spaghetti for weeks. Every time I ask, she say no.
I've been out of town.
I love spaghetti. Good meatballs. 1,000,000 out of 10.
I got the highest rate over spaghetti and meatballs.
Because I've been wanting this for weeks.